IP testing. Good evening, calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club's Tuesday night. I don't know why I always say Monday there. Tuesday night VHF net. My name is Pat. My call sign is November 8 Oscar Quebec Papa. But for the purposes of this net, we'll be using the club call of Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. Good grief. This is an open and directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in with us. All traffic will go through net control, and since this is an emergency style of communications, we ask that you leave slight pauses between transmissions in order to allow this type of traffic to get in. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information, and to keep club members and the amateur radio public up to date with current club happenings and any amateur-related news, and also to enhance the net operating practices. This net meets every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. local time. We will start with announcements, which I have a couple of, and then ask for check-ins from any managers or any members that would like to get their announcements in front of the net, or for any information of general interest to our net. After that, we will take regular check-ins, at which time I'll ask you to give me your call sign and your name, call sign phonetically and then your name, and then we'll go from there. When all check-ins are completed, I will go ahead and close the net, repeating the announcements, and we'll probably take one last round of check-ins if there is any. And now for the announcements. I have a couple. Tomorrow night there is a meeting. We are meeting at the Oak Hill Presbyterian Church on Ardwell Avenue, or Ardwell Avenue. I think it's 2406 Ardwell. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. And it's pretty much almost into Elliott. If you're familiar with the corner of 91 and 18, you'll be able to find us because we're about a block from there. Meeting topics tomorrow night are going to be fairly interesting. I'm going to give a small, probably 15 or 20-minute presentation on using the new Google, the new Club Google or Gmail site that we have. There's quite a bit that goes on in that. Once you get signed into it, it gives you tons and tons of stuff. And I just would like to just do a quick little briefing on how that all works. So I'll be doing a presentation for about 20 minutes tomorrow. The other thing is we actually now are considered the Laurel Akron VE team. We'll have a lot more information on that tomorrow night, but the process is being worked out. I'm thinking that we're going to do some testing probably late July, and we'll go from there. But there will be more news to follow there shortly. And last but not least, on the 19th of June, 2 days before Field Day, we are actually going to do a meeting. But what we're going to do is it's going to be a little different. I'd like people to be aware of where our Field Day site is. So we're going to have a meeting out there. I think it only makes sense. That way everybody can come out, see how we're going to set it up, get an idea on what is going where, and how it's all going to be put together. So the meeting out there will start at 7:30. That is not this coming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, and I'll give you an address then just to be on the safe side. I think that's all the announcements I got. Is there any managers, anybody like that want to get their announcements in the front of the net before we continue? Please call W8CRC now.
Kilo Echo 8, Victory Romeo India out of Cuyahoga Falls.
Victor Romeo India, go ahead.
Just enjoying the pleasant evening so far. Listening to the broadcast here for the first time.
Your audio is like really light. Could you come up on the microphone or something?
Yeah, sorry about that. Just broadcasting out of Cuyahoga Falls here for the first time.
Welcome. We are always looking for new members, so if you want to check us out, you heard where we meet. We meet at 2406 Ardwell out here in Akron. You're welcome to drop by anytime, and you can drop by our nets anytime too. We're usually here on Tuesday nights at 7, That usually runs for about a half an hour or so. But you're always welcome to check in.
Copy that. I appreciate that.
Oh, I forgot my trivia question, which is coming up here. If there's no other announcements, we'll go ahead and that call that just came, the new guy, could you give me your call sign again and name?
Yeah, Kilo Echo 8. Yeah.
I got KE8 and then it dropped out.
Victory Romeo India.
KE8VRI. Gotcha, sir. What's the name there?
This is Mike.
Mike? Okay, Mike, thank you for the check-in. And like I said, you're always welcome. I'm going to move on here, though, because I got, I'm sure people want to check in. Yeah, I'm going to do a trivia question tonight. This isn't your normal trivia. The question is, have you ever participated in field day? Yes or no? And if you have, what's your favorite memory? So let's, Mike, have you ever done field day before?
I have not.
Well, you need to put that on the bucket list. I see that you're a newer ham here. You need to, the field day is actually the 22nd, setup's on the 21st. It runs from the 22nd into the 23rd, and then we tear it all down the 23rd and go home. You're welcome to stop out with us. We'll be at a field day site at 1115 Eastwood Avenue. It's in Talmadge. You're welcome to stop out there if you want. But you need to, if you're going to do anything, you need to stop by a field day site, because that's a bucket list. That's pretty much, there's so much going on there, and you'll be able to actually talk on HF and stuff like that. It's well worth a shot there. But leave us move on here. Anyway, if we'll go ahead and start taking check-ins here. If you'd like to check in with us and answer our trivia, please call W8CRC.
Kilo Alpha 8, Bravo Sierra Alpha.
AA8 BSA. Mr. Keith, what's up?
Oh, not too much. I remembered there's a net this week, unlike last week.
Sweet. Take a shot at trivia?
Sure. Yes, I've operated field day. And this was probably in the 80s when I was part of the Amateur Radio Fellowship. We were out there at a park in Kent, and we had a club member that tripped and fell into a ditch. So we kind of called that ditch, because his last name was the luggage ditch. Well, we made a sign up and put it out every year.
God for the luggage ditch.
Yep. They're out of town now. Well, he's out of town. His ex-wife is still in town somewhere, I think.
That's cool. Anything else from that tonight?
I believe you have the address right. Off the top of my head, it sounds right to me for the church. I just go there every week. I don't pay attention to the address. Been going there so long, and it's just natural.
I don't know what my church's address is right off the top of my head either. I know it's on Portage Trail. That's all I need to know.
And that's all I got, Pat. I'll be sitting here listening.
Hey, Keith. Thanks for checking in here. We will talk later on. Anybody else want to check in? Let's take a couple and then we'll see what you got to say here. This is W8CRC looking for check-ins.
KB8PRK.
KB8PRK. Good evening, Ted. See if there's any others. Please call. Okay, let's just take one at a time here since it's a little thin. I know you've been to field day, Ted. What's your favorite memory?
I don't know if it's my favorite, but it did stick in my mind when you brought that question up. It was in 2007, so that would have been 16, 17 years ago. I went down to the Canton site, the Canton Club site down there in Baum Road in Canton down there. And the big news back then was, you probably remember the murder of the pregnant girl down there, and it turned out to be a Canton cop that killed her. Well, nobody knew that at the time during field day. I was down there at field day, and I had my little Yaesu 817 with me, and I was tuning around on the everybody down there at the field day site. Let me take a break here. Everybody down there took a break at about the same time. We were down there in Frank's Farm down there in Baum Road where the site was, and there's a big shelter house down there, and everybody kind of like, somebody yelled out, you know, the food was ready, and everybody kind of quit operating and came under the shelter house and lined up and got fed, you know. So we're all sitting around there, and I had the radio on, and they had breaking news on the AM radio that they found and charged the cop. Well, the mayor of Canton was down there too, and that's how she found out, was through that Yaesu.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of stuck in my mind.
You can see why you're alerting a public official like that. What a way to find out. Anyway, are we going to see you tomorrow night? You want me to come pick you up?
Regular meeting?
It's going to have a couple other things in it. We're going to talk about the VE thing. We're going to talk about the new club email, and then it's going to be some field day talk.
Okay, I'll let you know on that tomorrow.
All right, let me know, and I'll put it in the plans to come get you. All right, let's go ahead and move this thing on here a little bit. If you'd like to check in with us, and you've got a favorite field day meeting or field day experience, please call W8CRC.
W8CRC, Kilo Delta 8, Zulu X-Ray Echo, Mike and Talmadge.
Good evening, Mike. How the heck are you?
Oh, well rested. Just getting ready for work tomorrow after taking a few vacation days at the end of last week and this week. We went down to Virginia on an ATV adventure, saw a black bear and various other forms of wildlife and some great scenery, and had a safe trip and made it back.
Wonderful. I heard you went four-wheeling down there. That's pretty cool.
It was a lot of fun. Went with the brother-in-law Dan and some mutual buddies of ours, so we had a group of about 8. It was a good time. And as far as the field day memory goes, I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago. It was my first one, and we were on the porch sunroom of my dad's house running off the generator, and that was the first one I got to partake in and kind of see how the whole thing works, and watch the contacts coming in, and it was a good time, just kind of like seeing how it goes.
That's pretty cool. That's, I think one of my favorite with that other place was, because it's pretty much all I'd ever done except for on my own once. And on your own was pretty cool to do, but it was pretty tough because it's, you expect to get a couple of 100 contacts, but when you start doing a hunt and peck like that, it drops the rate down enough. But I think my favorite time was the year we first put the fox hunting stuff in, and we had these kids that were using these things, and they were hiding. They would hide the fox where nobody else could find it, and they were digging up dirt, putting it under the dirt in a mound. They put it under one of the trailer tires. It was something else. It was a lot of fun. And then I had a little competition with somebody when he took one radio and I took a radio on my sniffer, and I ended up finding what I ended up beating him by about maybe 100 feet. So it was pretty fun. Anyway, that's my favorite memory. Anything else for Annette tonight?
Nope, nothing major. Just we'll plan on stopping in tomorrow night at the meeting and see you guys there. So I'll be listening here as we go. KD8 ZXE back to you, Pat, at the net.
Did you see my text message, by the way, about the club email and all that?
I did. I just started messing around with that here before we got on the net, so I think I'm in.
Good. I was hoping that. I'm going to take and do a little demonstration on that tomorrow night. So if you have any questions or can't get, somebody that's got it can't get in, I'm going to be able to fix all that because I'm going to have the laptop with me. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move on, Mike. Have a good evening, and thanks for checking in with us. If you'd like to check in with our net, please call W8CRC.
Delta 8, Bravo, Quebec, Sierra, Steve, Copper Falls.
Wondered if he was going to make it or not.
Yepper, I'm here. Not a whole lot going on, Pat. We've been kind of taking it easy watching grandkids playing baseball, and as far as the field day goes, yes, I've been on the field day, and I think I'd have to agree with Mike. That was a lot of fun sitting on the sunroom with the generator going in the background there and working all kinds of stuff, and he was doing my logging for me, and I thought that was pretty nice remembrance. The first time he did it, and the first time I did it with him.
That's pretty cool. That's the kind of stuff that your kids and that will remember long after our kids, I should say, will remember long after we're gone. And I actually got my daughter and my son-in-law into radio a long time ago, and my stepdaughter's into it too, and so is the wife here. And when we work stuff like that, you sit down and you have a good time with it. That's family time there, buddy. Anyway, is that all you have, Steve?
Yeah, that's about it, Pat. I'm hoping, I don't know if my granddaughter's going to be ready to take the test when you guys are ready to be the givers of the test, but we'll see what happens. From what I understand from my daughter, she is studying, so that'll be interesting to see how that works out time-wise. So looking forward to it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. WD8BQS, back to net.
Okay, Steve. I had an idea as I was talking to somebody this afternoon. She actually put the idea in my head, to be honest about it. No connection to amateur radio, but I'll fill you guys in about it tomorrow night. I think our first year of creation of this club, I think we need to do a picnic or something. Maybe we're going to do something out of waterworks, but we'll discuss that tomorrow night too. But anyway, I'm going to go and move things on here if there's nothing else. Anybody else want to check in, please call W8CRC.
Pat, BSA.
Go ahead, Keith.
Do you have a POTA report for us?
Yes, we do, actually. We did POTA this last week, this last Saturday. There was we were actually part of an 11 or 12 group, or 12 club group that activated Northeast Ohio. I was proud to be representing our club and be one of them. And I had antenna issues and some other stuff, besides the band dying right in the middle of it, for where we were anyway. We still had 9 contacts, and we did activate it from noon till roughly 3:30 when the band the band, for some reason, the band just went to pot. And it happens like that sometimes, especially in the afternoon. If it would have been kind of almost into dusk, it probably would have done a lot better, because things really started happening on 20 meters after darks. But that's my report, and I'm sticking to it.
Cool. How did that battery work for you?
Just great, just great. It never even flinched the whole time. We did, I had some antenna issues. The new antenna I bought, I couldn't get it to tune on 40. And it worked on 10 to a point, and then I lost the tune on that. So I don't know if it was it probably has a lot to do with the counterpoise, because that counterpoise is kind of funky on that thing.
Okay, well, it's a test, it's an adventure. It's a good way to get proficient for field day. Okay, I was just wondering.
Keith, it was just the fact we were there, and the fact that we were in that group. It was that alone, and I would have been happy with 1 contact, to be honest about it. But we made 9, so that's as good as a couple other people that were out at that park did. So I guess I was probably about average for that park.
Okay, cool. Like I said, I was just curious about it.
Thanks for asking. I'm going to go ahead and move on here. Is there anybody else who wants to check in? Please call W8CRC, or I'm going to do the announcements.
KE8HNK, portable, in and out.
Okay, Elmer, thank you. In and out, HNK. Thanks for the check-in. Hope everything is going well for you. I guess he's gone. All right, anybody else want to check in quick before we do the announcements? Please call KSC, or KSCS. Jeez, that's tomorrow night. There's a chance that there might be some storms tomorrow evening, so stay tuned for that. If you you'd like to check into our net, please call W8CRC.
KE8HNK recheck.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Pat, I'm just not feeling too good today. This heat's got to me and got a little bit of a headache and a pain in my neck, so just wanted to give you one for the numbers there. Nice net, and I'll be on the side listening. K8HNK Mobile.
Have you ever participated in field day yet?
Other than the winter field day, we did negative.
Okay, any favorite memories from even that one?
The food. You know I love the food.
Yeah, I hear that. All right, Elmer, have a good evening, sir, and we'll move on here. Anybody else want to come in and give us their view on their favorite memory of field day? Please call W8CRC. All right, we're going to go ahead and redo the announcements here. There is a meeting tomorrow night. It will be at the Oak Hill Presbyterian Church. I'm not doing things on Zoom this week, just because I don't really think that there's any call for it right at the moment. We'll probably do presentations down the road, but this is going to be more or less a regular business meeting. At the meeting tomorrow night, we're going to be discussing the new club email stuff. I've got some word on the VE team that we've put together. We're actually an actual VE team now, and also we're going to do some field day talk. So if you can make the meeting, please do so. All right, I think the next meeting, the meeting on the 19th, will be a field day, adventure field day meeting. We'll be wrapping things up for how we're going to set it up. The other thing with that meeting, though, it's not going to be at Oak Hill. It's actually going to be at the field day site. We're going to have we're going to take and go out there for the meeting. That will be so you can come out and have a look, see around, and figure out how if you want to participate in whatever. So we will be out there for the meeting. I think that's about all the announcements, and we've already done the trivia question. Let's go and ask for one more round of check-ins, and we're out of here. If you'd like to check in, please call W8CRC now.
I got a meeting thought, BSA.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for the meeting at the field day site, you may want, there are some chairs available. Bring your own camp chair of sorts that you're comfortable with.
Well, he'll have some chairs, but if you're going to come out, you may want to bring something comfortable. Not that Mike's chairs aren't comfortable or anything. I mean, come on, Keith. Trying to back me into a corner here. But the other thing we will be discussing tomorrow night is if we're going to do a picnic or not. I'm thinking for the anniversary of the club, we should do a picnic. Since we formed on, I think it was the 23rd of July. We're going to maybe do a picnic or something. Go out and burn some burgers and flip some hot dogs and whatever. Maybe we'll do that. We'll talk about that at the meeting. Anyway, let's. If there's anybody else who wants to check in, please let me know now. Last call. Call W8CRC. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up for this evening. I appreciate everybody that took the time to check in tonight. Without your participation, there wouldn't be a net. Without it, there wouldn't be a club either. We do appreciate all the membership and everything for their support. This has been November 8, Oscar Quebec Papa, in the net chair for W8CRC, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will go ahead and close the net with 7 check-ins by the looks of it. We'll probably get a couple by the time we close it up here. But 7 check-ins. It's been a pleasure, and at this time I will close the net at 7:33 by the looks of it. I'm going to go ahead and return a repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey 8, Charlie Romeo Charlie, closing the net at about 7:33. 7:30, y'all. Later, bye. BSA on an OQP.
OQP, this is KBSA.
That is next week, you?
And it is. It would be the second week.
Okay, cool.
I've been kind of busy last couple days making guidelines for my push-up pole.
I still have to do that. I was going to talk to you guys tomorrow night about maybe getting together for a little help over here. I got stuff we need to create for that and test out for that field day site. So we'll talk about it tomorrow night.
Right. Yeah, I started looking at the instructions that came with it. And now keep in mind, this is a 46-foot tall push-up pole. All right. They're suggesting a four guideline system, and they want they want them 50 feet out from the center of the mast. It's only 46 foot tall.
Well, you can figure pretty much a foot out for every. I don't think I'd go that far out with that. 25 or 30 would probably be fine. I'd steady it.
Yeah, I started cutting them the rope by their suggested size, and I started thinking, wait a minute. That's 100 foot from east to west and north to south. That's just crazy. So I cut it down to 25 foot, and I'm making the guidelines per setup.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do. 50 foot's way out there. I think I'd go 25 or 30 just from the foot of the, from where it is on the ground. You're going to have to add some for that triangle to get up to where the mount or the mast mounts are. What are you using as far as to tie them on?
I got the rings for it. That was there 5 rings, 5 or 4 rings, and the first one is at 14 feet high. And I'm thinking to myself, now how the heck am I going to stand this puppy up by myself, thinking, and get to a 14 height. The first section is 7 foot tall itself. So I said, this is crazy. So I found another, let me get one. There's one. A collar to go around the first section so I can hold it up and then get a ladder out.
Well, I don't think I would, if that thing is 46 foot tall, I'd probably guy it about 20 feet and then the top and be done with it.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I'll just go with the way they have it set up. And but I'm not using their dimensions for sure. So I'm cutting the hypotenuse of that angle for the guidelines per fit, setting it up and measuring.
I understand that.
Yeah, I could have used geometry and did it on paper, but what's the fun in that? Not getting out and getting all sweaty and pushing this pole up by myself multiple times.
I'll lean it up against the balcony. That'll help. Of course, I don't know if you got a balcony or not.
No, I don't, but I have a 10-foot ladder.
Well, that would work.
So that's what I've been doing. And then I'm color coding the wires so I know what level, or the ropes so I know what level they're at.
Need some red tape?
No. That would be, no. I'm using a liquid, colored liquid to dip them in. It's the colored liquid electric tape.
I need to behave myself here.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a clipboard down.
Forget to fold the, never mind. My wife is standing here saying that I'm an instigator.
And nice, cool air conditioning out. It's running at 63 degrees right now. And get in there. I had to pick up the first harmonic from work, so I'm still in the truck. And get some dinner going. No, I'm not telling you what it is, and you're not receiving an invitation.
Well, that's all right. I'm not even going to tell you what I'm eating tonight. But it's a scrumptious. Tacos. Homemade tacos. It sounds good. Don't tell me. I don't care. You ain't getting invited over here either.
Taco Tuesday.
Go Tuesday. That's exactly right.
We'll catch you later. See you tomorrow. And please remember my battery. I want to get it on solar charge for field day.
In the back of the truck. We're good.
Sweet.
All right, catch you, Keith. Have a good evening, sir. I'm out of here. And it don't keep it.
Me too. Unless something happens tonight.
I don't look for anything really tonight. The Weather Bureau's posting stuff for tomorrow. But I really don't expect a whole lot out of either one. But we'll see. And it'll keep it clear.
One last quick thought. Should I make provisions for having a radio at the meeting tomorrow, just in case?
I wouldn't go anything extravagant, but it might not be a bad idea.
Okay, well, I can stretch a piece of coax out to this truck and take a radio to the meeting.
We can string it, if nothing else, we can string it in the front door. Yeah, that'll work.
All right, catch ya. KBSA, out of here.
You'll keep it clear.